Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras. Hit me. This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Last minute giving us a bang in the background, visuals on the screen there. The man last minute is staying fresh and looking so clean in that video. Big shouts going out to him though. We are far behind time. Ten.
Fen.
Bro.
Fen.
I was saying,
Bro, you old, bro.
It's a word.
Bro.
It's a word. No, wait, hold on.
I know that you know how I'm shaking you.
Let me finish.
You know how I'm
Just
shaking
shake him.
you.
Let me
You know
finish.
how I'm shaking you.
I don't want to shake you.
Oh, my brother, you have to shine me. Look at me. We are on TV. You want to shine me on TV. Roswell, you are doing well.
Fen.
I have no. Listen. Thin. Thin. It's a word.
Yes.
Google it.
Yes.
That's then.
No, not then.
No.
Thin.
Fen.
Thin.
Oh.
Please spell it.
Thin.
Just spell it so that we can Google it.
Spell what you hear. No,
If
check
I
it.
hear Fen, it's
Yeah.
THEN, isn't it?
Oh.
You see, after 10,000.
Cyril, I'm being told. Cyril,
There's Fen.
Cyril, your mic. They can't hear you or see anything.
Yeah, I was saying that
It's a financial word.
thing.
Eh?
After 10,000, before you go to 11,000, the last number you count is
Fen.
Yeah.
No.
You guys
Why
have
a
money.
mistake?
That's why.
Oh,
The phone has too much money.
mistake.
Charlie,
You are defending
Man, the
yourself.
big conversation is financial lingo.
I'm
And
sorry.
now.
I'm sorry. Hold on. It references
Hey, politician.
at that time over that period of time.
Then.
No.
I'm coming.
THERN.
Oh, please. That you didn't say
not
turn.
No.
JJ.
Oh, by the
G,
way,
did you
I'm
say
Ghanaian.
that?
I'm Ghanaian.
No, G.
I'm not
Did you
swearing.
turn.
J,
Charlie,
did you-
let's have our conversation. I
Jay,
beg
did you
you.
Google it? If you did, there's supposed to be a pronunciation that you can play for us to take a listen.
He didn't even say Sen.
Somebody says.
Defend it right now. It's
American
like you
says
explain.
water. British says water. Ghana says water.
But you
Cyril says
said
water.
American say thern.
No.
I would say ten.
that's a big lie.
No, we have
It's
then.
huge.
And I say ten. Oh, what kind of attack is this?
It's okay. It's fine.
It's okay.
Previously
If you
on
had
J
dropped
Foley.
it, if you had dropped it,
I don't like this attack.
It's fine. You continue what you were
And
going to
producer,
say.
allow me to express myself.
Fair.
I do not want to get angry on television.
Fair,
We are sorry.
move on.
Tell them that will allow me.
Every day they restrict you. They restrict you. That's why I shake your hand. They don't know that you are the show.
Listen.
Yes, perfluoride. Yeah, let me do it. Oh God, please don't let me back. Yeah, Wakana,
Yes.
Wakana, are you planning a trip this summer?
Kind of great.
Do that with unbeatable offers and huge savings from Wakana! Exclamation mark. Get ready for sizzling deals on flights, hotels, airport transfers, and dreamy vacation escapes. Full stop.
Is the guy on there?
Yeah, he's also shocked. Plus, get ready for exciting giveaways every Friday. Don't let the summer vibe pass you by. Keep your radios tuned in right here. Plus 89.9 TVs on 3 Music TV. And stay updated on socials as well. Wakanao Ghana on all platforms, or visit wakanao.com.gh. Download on the mobile app or swing by the travel centers in the Kumasi, Takrady, and Tamale. Of course, it's the summer vibe. We want to make sure you also enjoy yourself. You understand? Even if you just have 10,000, you can do something.
If you have what?
10,000. Thank you very much. He didn't do the Pepsi one because he knows where it's going.
Oh, let me do it for you.
Every time
Oh,
eat
I
food
forgot,
and sugars always get trapped between your teeth. And that's why you need to brush your teeth with
daily.
Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. You can continue to remember that. Yes.
Brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth the protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with fluoride and micro calcium ingredients, sealing tiny and invisible holes in
Take
your
your
teeth.
time, oh.
This prevents cavities, keeps your teeth strong and mouth healthy. Pepsodent Cavity comes in 175-gram big family pack, 120-gram Ejakwa pack, and 65 and 12-gram sachets, so you can always get what you can afford at any time. You understand? Don't just use toothpaste that brushes your teeth. Use Pepsodent.
Pepsodent.
Pepsodent that protects your teeth. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and night before sleep. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for 25 years. You have no reason to have bad teeth. 25 years. You should be listening by now. Pepsodent is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. Call toll free on 0800 161 000, 0800 161 000.
On that note, please, it's time for you to watch this video. When we come back, like what Akrobachi said, we'll say, "Wait, guys, go and watch it. Let's go."
In 10 seconds.
Come back.
Do you know why? Let me tell you why we don't go out and marry. Okay, I spoke to a friend of mine here, Anthony. He said, I'll never be with a born one. Do you understand? He was sitting right where you're sitting, and he said to me that he calls it B1. I'm like, what is that? Is that a vitamin? You know? He said B1. No, B1, B2. I'm not in. Okay. And I said to myself, this is the reason why a lot of the single mothers are single with their children. Because now his reason was, why would I come and why would I come and raise somebody else's child? That's not my bloodline. That he doesn't have any trace of my DNA in him. Why am I going to now help someone's bloodline grow? What about mine? Thank you. Do you understand? And I asked him, what about adoption? You adopt. Yeah. That's different. No, that's not. That's not. If you ask me, it's not. Because I have a child, and you, like you said, the way we ask you, they don't even care the reason why you have a child. Your case is you've had 7 miscarriages in your marriage. Yes. You met a guy you were dating and you got pregnant. Are you going to have an abortion because you're not married? No. He doesn't want the child. Are you going to have an abortion because he doesn't want a child? No. You can raise the child on your own. It takes a village. Even if you can't and you don't have a job, it takes a village. So you have that child, right? So it's a sacrifice you've also made as a woman. Yes.
Yes, the same way they would do.
But why if we play the full video? I won't.
She did land. Yeah,
because she did land.
There's more to what you were saying.
Oh, yeah,
should we try and get? Can we go back to that point again and continue if it's possible, so that we can get the context properly on what the things that we want to discuss. So let's watch that video.
We don't go out. Do you know why? Let me tell you why we don't go out and marry. Okay, what about mine? Thank you. Do you understand? And I asked him, what about adoption? You adopt. That's different. No, that's not. That's not. If you ask me, it's not. Because I have a child, and you, like you said, the way we ask you, they don't even care the reason why you have a child. Your case is you've had 7 miscarriages in your marriage. Yes. You met a guy you were dating and you got pregnant. Are you going to have an abortion because you're not married? No. He doesn't want the child. Are you going to have an abortion because he doesn't want a child? No. You can raise the child on your own. It takes a village. Even if you can't and you don't have a job, it takes a village. So you have that child, right? So it's a sacrifice you've also made as a woman, right? Regardless of what it is. Grow up. Do you know why? Let me tell you why we don't.
Yes, so I said that no. But anyway, this is a conversation that really caught the trends as well recently, and a lot of people are talking about it. And which side do you stand? I want to just get a roundhouse conversation first. Let's hear from each person. But I want to start with my ladies. There's a reason to start with the ladies. Let's hear from the ladies. Usually, you have the ladies are the ones who are taking care of that child. That gives them the title of that B1 that she mentioned. But Lenny, what do you think?
Okay. What I think is, for the men who want to be with born 1s, born 2s, born 3s, born 4s, born 5s, born 1 billion.
Can we just do like single mothers?
Born 1 billion. I'm just saying, based on how it was put.
Yeah, I know, but like.
Yeah, they didn't talk about single mother. She said born 1, right? Good. So even though they are known as single mothers, we'll talk about the bonds. I'm only saying, you can be a born 1 identity or a born 1,000, right? Whoever wants to be with you will be with you.
Go there.
Temporarily.
It is not temporarily. It's never temporarily.
No, I saw something on my phone.
It better be that. Because there are also men who have children, right? It's either maybe they've divorced and they're the ones, taking care of their children, or they've lost their wives, right? Now, also let's think that for those who are single mothers as well, there's a possibility that they are either divorced or they never got married, or they've lost their husbands or their partners. Same for the men. Okay, so whoever wants to be with such a person will be with such a person. I feel like it's not like a generalized thing, because then every situation is different. Sometimes it's the men who come into these relationships with children, and what happens to that? The woman still agrees and takes care of, these children, and is still there. It doesn't matter whether, they are my biological children or not. In certain cases, the children are coming from the women's side. In other cases, the men are coming into the new relationship with children. The women are also
But if a
coming
man comes
into
into
the
a relationship with a child, that doesn't mean
with
the woman born
children.
one. I mean, that gives a different title altogether.
What do you say?
If
The
a
man is born one.
Yeah, I mean, if the man brings, usually the men don't suffer these things.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But the men are born ones. If you're a man and you come into a relationship with one or two, right? You're also a born one, just as the woman
the
is.
man doesn't carry that title as much as if it happened
No.
to a
Yeah,
woman.
the men don't
Yeah.
carry the titles as much.
I mean, for the men, usually the positive stereotype there is a
you
responsible
be hard guy.
man, a responsible man who, rather the woman has left and abandoned the child for the man to take care of. Usually,
That's why I also
the
said in
stories
some
are
cases
different.
is
Yeah.
that the people have lost their partners, so it's
No,
not
it's
always
not
about
even
it's
the-
not always about them leaving their
Yeah.
partners or whatever. Do you understand? All I'm saying is, if someone is a born one or whatever, there's a possibility for them to still get married or to still settle in a relationship with a partner, whether they want to be in a marriage or they want to be in a partnership, whatever the case is. If you make up your mind, or if your partner makes up their mind to be with you, they will be with
But
you.
usually it's difficult.
Nobody said it was going to be easy.
No, I'm just saying usually
Marriage
the
is
situation.
difficult.
No, the
Yeah,
situation
the whole
is.
thing, even single people are struggling to find
what I'm s-
boyfriend.
No, that one is the women.
it's
The men are not
difficult
struggling to find women. That's
you
the
are
problem.
you are struggling to
No,
find
no,
the
no,
women you want to end up with.
No.
settle with.
That's a different. But
Okay.
that one, when you raise it,
Okay.
I can tell you confidently that I don't think men are suffering to find the right woman to settle down with. But
Some men.
rather it is
Some
the
men now are.
Look, they are
A lot of
abundant.
men-
There are more women. Not look by number alone. There are more.
Jay, how many
there
of
are
your
more
friends have
women
told
that
you that Charlie, I dey find some girls settle down with?
Yeah.
And how many of them don't have like a lot of female friends around them?
But maybe
nice
in
girls
Jay's
that they can
situation,
settle.
most of his
No, what I'm
friends
saying,
are
what
already
I'm saying is
married.
that, what I'm
Because
saying is
okay,
that,
well,
no. What I'm saying is that you and titles. What I'm saying is that, but when they start throwing titles at you, what I'm saying is
I never complain.
no,
You
what I'm
can
saying
give
is
me whatever
that
title you
what
want.
I'm saying is that
Why?
listen. It is way easier for a man to find a woman to settle with than the other way around because of numbers. It's just ideally because of
Granted.
numbers. Yeah, there are more women than men. Yes.
Apparently, I found
However,
out that's
it
not
becomes
true.
more difficult for a woman because of that already. It becomes more difficult for a woman to get when she's already crossed that boundary of having a child, to find another man to settle, because a lot of men will carry that mindset that, you know what, I'd rather find somebody new to begin a new life with than take on. And usually a girl who has a child at an early age and becomes a B1, as it is being tagged here, the challenge is that the time that she's really finding a new person, she's possibly into her 30s. You understand? And then getting later into a time of her life, you know, and then it becomes a conversation of the man is looking at a lot of things, a lot of factors before he wants to decide if he wants to carry on the responsibility of another man's child as his. And those things become the part that a woman might slip not to understand a man will be the emotional connection of the man to the woman's child. Also becomes another conversation. You know, there's a disconnect, and then in most times, even a lot of the kids even find it difficult to connect with the man. Also, so it becomes a conversation where some of these things are the problems that linger in the background, and then you find a lot of women decide that, you know what, when I think about some of these things, even let me just deal with myself. That's where Jocelyn is coming from. You know, let me just deal with myself, and then not even bother trying to find anybody to want to. But usually this is also as a result of if the woman does not need support any longer, not even emotional support, that financial support, that complete household support. I want to have a home where there's a man and a woman and then there's a child, you know, because also the absence of one has an effect on the child as well. You know, all these things come at play. And back to the point on if your child is about maybe like 12 years old, and you're now going to settle with another man, introducing your child to another man and let's say your child referred to this man as father or daddy, it usually doesn't even happen, or we've seen it in the movies. It doesn't
But
even happen.
when the man is bringing that child into the relationship,
Countless times you also hear stories on that
the
where
woman should accept.
Countless times you also hear stories on that where the woman might not have a certain good relation with the kid.
Can I answer
But
the question?
you can, sure.
It's not even in all situations.
when
like
in
me,
all
I always say, I
situations.
always stand.
You understand that. That's what we keep telling you.
I'll always stand in the middle and say that there's always two sides to everything, sometimes even 3 or 4. Do you understand? Because with what you said, no one said that it was going to be easy. Exactly. No one said that it's going to be a certain level of difficult, right? I think that it takes 2 concerning adults to get to the point where I think that I have my children or I have my child, right? But I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And so they have to make the, family unit work. That's from the point that they decide to make it work, right? For the children, even if it is difficult for them, they will ease into it eventually, right? So what would you do? That's your mother's husband now, or that's your father's wife now. What are you going to do about it? There's also the case where we have quote unquote wicked stepmothers or wicked, stepfathers, right? But in certain situations as well, people take on that responsibility and you don't even know, you can't even tell in the future that this is not that person's biological son or biological daughter. Like, there are always 2 sides to
There are always
everything.
2 sides, but usually the victims in such situations become the woman who usually find it difficult. If a woman decides to I like this man and he has a kid, usually the woman look beyond that.
Not all the time.
Most of the time, the woman look beyond that and accept it as it is.
You see, the reason why the dynamics change when you're done.
No,
The reason why she's turning to the joker. Before we know, she's just taking a knife. The reason why the dynamics are different is a man bringing a child, a single parent man, bringing a child into a situation with a new woman, right, is not, how do I say it? Relationships, whether you like it or not, are driven by ego, right? Okay. And everybody has an entitlement to the role they play. The man a man with a child coming to a woman is about to start a new journey with her. The child is inconsequential to the man's character. Society has accepted that men father. Do you understand? There are situations where a man and a woman get married and the father is not even present, right? So a man's expectation ends at fathering the child, most typically. That's why we praise men. Oh, you're such a great dad, blah, 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 because it's atypical, right, in our society. But on the flip side, the process of a woman bearing a child, right, comes with so much more social expectation, physical toll, psychological. For the woman, etc. So a woman coming into a relationship with a child, right, means that all these things have been gone through with somebody else. You understand? With or without somebody else, right? And you are just bringing me the product of it. As a man receiving this situation, right, you cannot just ignore the fact that Lenny coming with little Yao means Lenny was with somebody she trusted, something went wrong, she probably went to pregnancy alone.
It's a second hand.
Plenty things have happened, and that is listen. You need to let me land.
Without your second-hand conversation, I'll come to that.
After Cyril, please.
Yes, you understand.
No problem.
Today it's a modern world, so we are looking at things differently. And fair enough, I'm on your side on today. But I like context, right? The context of it is that we have been selling the chastity and the virginity of women as prized possessions since time. It's biblical, it's Islamic, it's in every religion, culture, tradition, everywhere. That a woman will born, bringing her home to marry, no matter how you love her, status drop. The settings not be enough.
Yeah, and it's not fair.
And to bring home a woman who, quote unquote, is a virgin and is a nubile woman, has more whatever. I didn't write the rules. This is the world we live in. Let's not pretend like we don't know this is the world.
It's societal, yeah.
That's it. So I'm saying that's the foundation of where this mindset stems from. So yes, The woman might be a great woman. It might not have been her fault. It was a bad situation, deadbeat dad, all that. She's the victim. She's just looking for somebody to move on to and start a home. All that beautiful story, right? But doesn't change the fact that we live within a society, right? And as much as Cyril might want to take Lenny and little Yao in because we are in love, no? The pressures and whatever Cyril has to deal with are inevitable. So that makes it discouraging for the man. You understand? Because you and the man don't live alone in your ranch at Eburi and nobody's going to interact with you forever. If that was the case, nobody cares. But you live in a society where
this
was written as law. Yeah. And having your own child, your own bloodline, fathering your own offspring, going through the pregnancy with your wife, being there for delivery, blah, 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 blah. These are pride points for men as well. And you coming with finished product, you've robbed me of all that.
Of all that, yeah.
So as a man, you have the chance to make a choice. Yeah. Now, I've written a little essay. I don't know if Debbie has it and can put it on the screen so that Jeffoli can read the essay for us. And then I think that'll be my final submission.
Okay, while she's working on that essay.
Great. I want to start with the fact, like what Lenny said. If someone wants to be with you, regardless of all the baggage you carry, they would still be with you.
Entitlement.
Why is it entitlement?
How is that? Cyril, if you want something, you go for it or not.
I've killed this mic.
Regardless of what anybody is telling you.
Listen, the mic is not on him.
If I want something, whatever the hindrance be, once I want it, I will go for it, right? If a man wants to be with a woman, sometimes he has to fight family. He has to fight sometimes he might even have to fight other girls that want him just to be with one person, right? If he's willing to do that, what stops him from being with someone who has kids? Before I move on, someone says in the comment section of this same video, someone said, come and see in South Africa, Ghanaian men are married to women with 5 kids with five different fathers.
Papers. We beg you, papers. We've done
South Africa.
You know,
it's actually no.
It's papers.
It's actually a big deal.
See,
do you know how easy you get American papers and South African papers?
In this context, with some people, and I'm saying that some people just don't really mind. Another example, let's say this of the internet. Quite recently, a friend of mine, we're not really close, but her mom got married to someone, and they are grown girls. All girls. These things happen.
How many children?
There are 4.
Thank you.
They're all grown girls, and one of them is a very popular person, like on social media, right?
But how old is she? How old is the mother?
Oh, she's grown.
Like in her 40s or 50s?
Maybe a bit older.
Okay.
Oh, if 4, maybe then maybe. Okay.
Then maybe what?
Some of them started early, so
Then maybe what? All I'm trying to say, why I wanted the single father and born one. I think it's even different with single fathers. Let's say the mom is not even in the picture, the mother of the child is not in the picture. Those fathers are very protective of their children. When women are coming in, they might be all nice, because I take care of my kid and whatnot. When the woman comes in, she will have to conform with what he wants. She will not even have a say. And for women who don't want to be stressed, you wouldn't want to be with a man. You know that child is not yours. No matter what you do, that's not your child. It will get to a point you're trying to correct the child. You might be scolded for certain things, like they don't shout at my child, they don't, and the child, you might also have that disconnect. But because a woman will sit there and because she loves a man, she would like to overlook it. That's why we are having this conversation.
And she'll take it all in.
Exactly, she will take it all in. That's why we are having this conversation, because women will want to tolerate and deal with it and overlook it, not because it's not difficult or anything like that.
Want to marry a man with... Okay, finish.
Now I want to do the born one men. These men have the woman in the picture. Do you know how difficult it is to be with a man who has his baby mama in the picture? You know the amount of drama you have to deal with on a daily basis with that woman. All she has to say is her head is aching, her leg is paining, and he will run.
God, don't say the child is sick.
And he will run because he has a responsibility to fulfill with regards to the child. It might not even have to do with the baby.
Whose head is aching?
The child.
The child, no, not even the child, or the child's mother. The baby mama.
Him going back to the eggs.
Yes.
Or the baby mama of the...
Risking going back to the...
Risking going back there because he cares about the child, right? And he still has that connection with the mother because of the child. And you will always be the third person. But because women would want to, tolerate all of it. We make it seem like it's easier on the part of the woman. It's not. Some women can also
if
decide
vice
not
versa, the woman will not run back to the
man.
The man.
The man
problem is
a man who doesn't want to be in a woman's life.
Wait.
Why do we
wait? I've killed his microphone. He's not. It is not done. Wait. It is not done. Please wait. We have.
I'm not even going to talk about
You wait. No, you wait.
I'm not even going to talk about the issue. But you guys don't treat me fair.
Yes. We don't treat you about one.
Because when you start talking,
Hey, shut up, I'm going to take your mic off there. Listen, Lenny and I, we have our own different.
You have a baby. Born.
Let us flow.
AC, I agree with you. It's true. It is. If it were the other way around, it is the woman does not really. When a woman cuts off the baby daddy, the woman cuts off the baby daddy.
Dynamics are not the
same.
And when the men are done, they are done. They will move on. There's nothing like baby daddy drama. How often do you hear baby daddy drama?
How often?
And usually it's rather the woman is very much in support of the new man and cuts off the old man.
Drama, it depends on the demographic.
It's true.
It depends on the demographic.
It's true.
What's your explanation to that?
How often? But I want to.
Cyril, wait.
We'll get there.
In the Western world, baby daddy drama is on a high.
How often do you? That's what I'm asking. How often do we hear?
No, but that's usually in like the situations where you need restraining orders and stuff like that. In the gangster situation, no, not that.
We are not talking about the gangster.
No,
those ones.
what I want to conclude with is when this video came out and started to trend, that some men, not all the men, in the comment section started to degrade or look down on women that have children and are taking care of them by themselves, and it's a trap, and don't get into that, and never be with a woman who has kids and she will not treat you right. Certain situations can go bad in families where the mother and father is there in pokra. The children can sideline their father or their mother for whatever reason, and so if you get into a relationship and that happens to you, it's quite unfortunate, but you cannot use that as the mark for every other single mother that's out there struggling.
Okay, hold on, AC, please. Daddy, you are born too. 1, 2. I want to understand what you're
currently refusing to born 3, but
I want to understand what you disagree with what she's saying, because you're saying it was out of context.
With conversations on marriage, dating, sexuality, etc. I think the moment you start on the basis of the situations are equal or trying to equate the situations, you are lost. Mm-hmm. The dynamics of gender interactions are not 1 + 1 is equal to 2. Mm-hmm. You understand? It's like 5. It's 4 + 1 is 5, or it's 3 + 2 is 5, or it's 1 + 1 + 1 is 5. It's different. The fact that we end up together does not mean that how we end up together is not important.
But I think I mentioned that no two situations are the same.
Yes,
I've also said it.
Continue.
No, I don't want to. And you saw hear me. I don't want us to talk over each other. I want people to hear me clear.
Because he's the one talking. But when someone is talking, you cut in and want to talk over somebody.
Wait, they meet me the lawyer.
But when it's his own day, he doesn't want to talk over somebody. He doesn't want someone to talk over him.
So what I'm saying is, Charlie, Debbie, put my thing up. Let me read it. What I'm saying is the dynamics of man and woman. A guy chasing a girl, let's say the two people are even in love. A guy chasing a girl, the dynamics of how the two of them end up in a relationship or a marriage is totally different from those same two people if the girl was chasing the guy, right? We live in a society where at large where women don't lead on the marriage conversation, period. No matter how much she loves you, you the man, she's still waiting for you to do what? Propose, to say that you want to marry her, to come and see her parents. No woman has loved a man abundantly enough that she jumped the gun and went to see the man's parents and say, Charlie, ma, I want to marry John.
Some women are doing that.
That's an anomaly.
It's
not the norm.
You said no woman.
I'm speaking from a point of
we will not know.
I disagree.
However you are speaking, you said no woman, but there are some women who do that. Again, I'll go back to saying that there are different things.
No, don't cut him, because for a woman to wake up, let's understand. No. hold on.
spectrums are different.
No, for a woman to wake up and go and tell the guy's mom that she wants to marry, it's not the proposal.
It's not the norm.
It's
not the norm.
casual
Happening.
conversation.
So just say
It's
some.
happening.
No, what's happening?
say
How is it
no.
happening?
Do you know number book I can find for you right now? Who are
say
married to
no
their boys'
woman,
parents
then
and
that's
their
what
boys'
you're
parents?
not
getting me.
For what he's saying,
Oh,
no,
Charlie.
stop it. You are getting this wrong. I'm on your side, but stop it.
Say some.
For what Cyril is saying, in
Don't
a
say
man
no
waking
woman.
up to go to your house, you AC to go and see your dad, to have a conversation
It's
about
normal.
marriage is a very
It's
like-
accepted, it's normal,
Yeah.
it's what everybody expects.
But
We are not saying it's
for
not
you to go
accepted or
behind my
not
back
normal.
to
That's
go
why
and
I'm
tell my
saying
mother
that.
that you want to marry me,
The fact that people are doing some,
it's not the regular. So what he's saying,
Agreed. But
Yes.
if you say no woman,
No,
my
no,
problem
I'm
is
saying that
he
don't
said
take my
no.
word.
If you say
I'm
no
saying that
woman,
we're not in the
that's
court.
not what
I
it
heard you.
is. Say some.
No.
Cyril, we understand you. Don't worry. The world understands you.
I'm saying that in
Except
the
these two
context
here.
of normalcy,
yeah,
there's always an anomaly.
anomaly to
There's
it,
an
yeah.
exception
Agreed,
to
but
every
you said
rule.
no
I can
woman.
also
That
say
means
that,
there's none.
boss, I can say that nobody drinks from the gutter.
Yeah.
But if we go and find the madman somewhere, we'll find one drinking
Yeah,
from the
so
gutter.
there's
So I'm saying
that's
it from
what
an
happens
intellectual point for you to
yeah.
understand that in the world, if the world was normal,
Yeah.
it's
So
not
please,
a
I
thing
beg
to
you.
The
have.
world is not normal.
That is exactly the
No.
point I'm making. That so because the world is not normal,
There'll be some
the
anomalies
Like, if
there.
the world was normal, I would not be having this conversation.
Listen.
But-
Even when we're in school, we're all given a certain school uniform to wear. That is a prescribed uniform. So if anybody is speaking, they will speak on what is supposed to be normal. But they will have people who
I'm not-
would
there's always
bend
an
the
anomaly.
rules.
But
So
I'm
he's
just-
speaking on the context of what is supposed to be happening in the
Again,
world.
said no woman,
Yes.
but it exists.
No, don't worry. These two are different.
So so that's the point. So if the dynamics of how you end up at the end result matters that much, then you cannot disregard meeting a woman who is with child. Right? Because apart from the fact that she expects you to empathize, understand, situations happen, we all know this, right? It is far away from the norm, right? And you cannot expect a man to proceed on the same way he would have proceeded if you were single or you were without child. Because with a child now comes different dynamics. That means there's another man in the picture for in perpetuity.
No.
Maybe
Alright,
not.
Let me
Cyril,
finish.
read
I've not
what's on the
gotten
screen
there.
now. Cyril,
I'm
read
getting there.
Your essay now.
But
Yes, I said how you become a single parent is more important than the fact that you are a single parent. Right? That's one. Childbearing is a serious issue, and having a child as a woman or a man is indicative of your character, decision making, and past experiences. Your new prospective partner will not make a decision based on sentimental values, but based on their interpretation of the situations that led you into single parenthood.
But I already mentioned that when
Let me-
spoke earlier.
I'm not saying you didn't. I wrote this before you spoke.
Yeah, let's
That's
continue.
why I said.
I've killed her mic. Let's go.
Nonetheless, single parents can and should have new partners, but must accept wholeheartedly that their situation might be a limitation on their ability to date, marry, and move on with ease. So as a single parent, you need to realize that within the realm of normalcy of how normal people date or how normal people find partners, my situation is going to be unique to me and will most likely be difficult. You need to accept that because your situation has moved you away from
And that's what counts there. Continue.
from there. It's a hurdle that each single parent must navigate based on their own circumstances. So there's no one rule. I can say that it is typical for a guy who likes a girl to go and ask for a number, right? And it is atypical for a girl to move to a guy. In the realm of normalcy, that is the thing. But in single parenthood, I cannot put a rule to that because everybody, quote unquote, a promiscuous man or a promiscuous woman who ends up being a single parent, right? That's a character flaw. That person now deciding that now I want somebody to come and marry me. It's a character flaw. If I find out that you were in 3 years you had 7 different sexual partners and somehow one of them ended up with you and a kid now, and now that you've resolved your life, you want to be married and go on. It's a character flaw. I will not marry you. But you being in a single relationship, dating with intent to marry or being married and now have a child and something went wrong and you're looking to settle again, it might even be a plus that you are committed enough. You understand? So everybody's situation is different. Let me read the rest of my essay. I beg you.
Please hurry up.
Don't deny me my essay. That's it. There's no universal law to it. What I must say, though, is that expecting a prospective partner to put themselves and their preferences aside for your optimism is selfish and entitled because the man doesn't have a single child. You made your decisions and your choices prior. and somehow ended up with a single child. Your fault or not your fault, that's a different essay
It
to
should be
speak.
both ways, though. Sorry, my
I
bad.
didn't say it's not both ways. You are making this.
one
That,
way.
I keep referring to partner.
Let's
Partner
finish it.
here.
Please,
I've
let's hurry
I've
up.
not even mentioned the word woman in anything I've
He
written
just
there.
did.
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
did. Lenny, didn't he just?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's
So-
the way I'm feeling now.
Consequence is no coincidence. Men father a family because of the pride of knowing that there's a spiritual, biological, and emotional bond and sense of ownership. These are my kids. It's a pride point for men, right? So him coming to marry Lenny or AC because he's in love with her and that's not his kid is a thorn in his shoe that's going to be there for time. And he needs to accept that. I'm willing to accept that. So apart from the normal relationship challenges, apart from the anxiety of becoming a married man and everything, there's an added thing that any man or woman has to accept. You understand my last line? I've
The
not
last
finished my
line,
line.
please.
Let me
Wrap
finish. A man would need to put that desire and expectation aside to raise a kid that's not his with a woman whose past inevitably has hurdles to jump.
Cyril, that's still man and woman day.
Yes, because we are
Why is it
referencing
one
Jocelyn's.
side? Because
Yeah,
because we are
regardless-
referencing.
Yeah,
Oh, Charlie.
yeah. Please, we'll have to wrap up. It's been a very
Only-
interesting Friday.
You said-
We have to go on that
Today they are
note.
not awesome.
We're back
Oh, yeah,
same
witness.
time next
I know-
week
I know
Monday.
you're witness in court.
Here on the most engaging morning show you can ever have in Ghana as we speak, probably even in West African sub-region.
you for resolve
It
it.
is Culture
Let me
Daily.
get Cyril.
Keep sharing our link. Share the link on YouTube. Share the link. Tell your friends about us. We're back here same time on Monday. New word for today is then. We out.